You know what, folks? You know what really bugs me? Really, really makes sometimes my blood boil at times? Really irritates me, really raises my ire, if you will? It's the fact that you can dump hours and hours into creating something and share it online with people. And yet you have those out there that will shit on what you do. You know, last night or early in the morning, early this morning, last night after midnight, whatever you want to say, I uploaded my newest fanfic. And you know what? I uploaded it. I took the link. I shared it on Facebook. I shared it on Twitter. Then I took the link. I went to DeviantArt, shared it there. I went to Furfinity, shared the video there. Went to SaturdayMorningSonic.com, shared it there. Went to SatAmSonic.com, shared it there. Went to the forums at Sega.com, shared it there. Then went to the Sonic Showcase topic at the Sonic Stadium boards, shared it there. And you know what? I've gotten 6 dislikes and 2 people commenting on did I get permission. First of all, let me explain something. There have been tons of fan vids that I have made, a lot of them throughout the course of the past almost 4 years now. That's right, 4 years almost. 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and this year. 4 years going on. And I've done tons of them. And you know what's funny? Is I've gotten the same kind of comments, but those comments get outweighed by those that like the video. You know what that tells me? That tells me that these people that want to shit on not just mine, but anybody else's fan vids or AMVs that they create, they put time into and create, and deal with all different technical issues like, say, the computer crashing or the program they're using crashing even after they've saved the progress. Just because you have an antivirus program that wants to do a virus scan, or you have a web browser that wants to crash because something's not right, and thus affects your work, or at least your saved progress. Let me put it to you like this. People like me dump hours into this, and like I say, going through all that crap. We don't need people just coming in and saying, oh, this and that. Why don't you ask that question to anybody else? Because it's not just me. There's tons. There's billions, millions, thousands, if you will, tens of thousands, maybe, of people out there here on YouTube, on Dailymotion, on Blimp.tv that do the same thing. And are you going to shit on them? I didn't think so. You see, I can understand why certain people want to shit on certain things. They want to shit on certain things because maybe it's not the way they want it. You see, my newest fan vid is centered around a certain parent. And I guess maybe if I would have put another character alongside the other individual character, they would have been like, yeah, I like this video. Guess what? You don't always get what you want, folks. Now you want to sit there and say, did I get permission? Again, how many times have I done this? How many times have other people done this? You want to sit there and say, did I get permission? Here's a question. Why are you watching the video if you don't like it? You see, folks, whether you like it or not, people dump hours into doing this when they have the time. And we don't expect everybody to enjoy it, but we don't expect people to keep asking the same old question over and over and over and over and over again. If you're going to ask that question to me, you better ask it to anybody else that's done fan vids. The truth is, folks, I've been doing this for a lot longer than since being back on here as BW Roses in 2008. I've been doing this a lot longer. I've been doing it under my other two YouTube aliases. I've even been doing it with my BW Roses 98 account. And do you think I've been asked permission there? Do you think people have asked me, did I give permission? Yeah. But do you think it's really bugged me? No, because the majority of the comments that I get are positive. You know, why don't you folks just come out and admit it? Why don't you people that shit on videos, on fan vids, AMVs, CMVs, that people like me, fans like me do, not just for a certain character appearing, but for other characters appearing, why don't you just come out and admit the truth? Why don't you just admit you would enjoy it if it was the other way around? Just admit it. And you know, if that's the case, hey, I have no problem doing one like that for you. I'm sure anybody else doesn't have a problem doing that for you. But that's just the thing. You guys don't want to be man enough or woman enough to come out and admit what you really want. And that is another thing that bugs me. People like you don't want to come out and admit what you really want. There's certain characters and couples and pairings in all media that you don't like because a certain character you believe should be with that character. So why don't you just people come out, why don't you grow a set, if you will, come out and say, look, here's the truth. Yeah, we want this character with this character because they're seeing more in this area and this area than this character and this character together are. Why don't you just admit it? Why don't you just admit it, folks? See, these are things that bug me, and I'm sure bug everybody else. People out there don't have the guts, they don't have the set, if you will, to come out and admit the fucking truth. They don't have the courtesy to say, oh, it was a great video, I enjoyed it. Instead you say, oh, did you get permission? Look, as I've said before, I've been doing this for over 10, 12 years. I've been doing this for almost 8 to 10 years actually. And I've never had, ever since YouTube came into existence, ever since Daily Motion came into existence, I've never once had somebody ask me most of the time, have you gotten permission? No, I've had people come out and say, look, I enjoy your video, it's great. Oh, but here, you can improve on this. Never once, well not once, but very rarely, I should say, very rarely have I had people comment on saying, oh, did you get permission? Did you get this? Why don't you just fucking come out and admit you want it a certain way? Why don't you just come out and admit to me and anybody else out there you want certain things a certain way because you believe just because they're seeing more and advertise more in another medium or in the main medium where a certain character got their start, or just because they're showing more there, you believe they should be focused on more there. Here's the thing, folks. You don't always get what you want. Okay? You don't always get what you want. Right now, there's a certain fan group, fan base, and fans of a certain character that are not getting what they want because that certain character is turned into a robot. Do you think fans like that, do you think those fans like it? Do you think I like it? No. I'm in the middle, just sitting down, sitting back and saying, okay, let's see where this guy goes with it. Do you think I like what's happened to that character? No. But I'm just waiting to see what happens. See, the thing is, they don't like it because they're not seeing the character the way it should be. So why don't you guys do us a favor? One, stop commenting. Stop commenting and asking questions that are so redundant. Why don't you just come out and say, and ask, oh, can you do one on these two characters? You never know what might happen. And also, why don't you guys grow a set and come out and admit the truth of why you hate or why you don't like a certain thing a certain way? Why don't you come out and admit it? I mean, I admitted it in a video, a two-part video, So why don't you guys come out and admit it? Why don't you guys come out and admit the truth? Because you know what? Those two things are what really pisses me off and bugs me. So that's all I'm going to say. Comment down below if you like. I'll talk to you all later.